Welcome back to LMS Content Studies for the BSc 6M Computer Network. Session number 3. The main topic that we are going to discuss today is messaging protocols, interpreting the ping, tracing the route in which the data is traveling. I'll give you a brief idea about how this particular topic that we can learn and understand so that we can able to implement in a real time. See, messages are maybe any data string, text, strings, numbers, alphanumerical, or anything. Messaging protocol will clearly elaborate if any data packets that you are trying to send from one place to another place, it has to be recognized by the two important person. One is who is the sender and who is a receiver, where you want to send the transmission of a data to a destination. So messaging protocol will enable you to know the movements of a data packets and how these data packets can be used to monitor. So in that, how do we, if any of particular message is not transmitted properly, of any of the message which is not properly designated to a particular data packets to a destination, then we can acknowledge where exactly this data packet has went wrong. And in case if you are unable to speed up the process, then we can analyze it and send it to a destination or the resend it to a destination by understanding the weaknesses. Well, in regard to that, ICMP, intra-communication or intercommunication or IP-based communication messaging protocol. ICMP is a standard protocol. When you transmit a data into real time, these messages are broadly classified into two categories. And these messages, the first category comes under the error reporting messages. And the second one is the detailed query which we are running to know the status of messages, we call as a query messages report, in which the data packets are transmitted over a router or the host destination. When we process an IP packet, the query messages which occur in a pairs, we call as a pairs or the uniquely pairs. It gets a specific information from a router or another host, which you called it as a destination host, which is purely identified to trace how the data is moving around in a network. On their network, the routers can help a node to redirect its messages to a destination. And these ICMP protocols will help to identify the best defined position in a transmission is concerned. Now, here in the table 9.1, this data that we have extracted from a textbook, net sources, if you look into the category of error reporting messages, type 3, 4, 11, 12, and 5. Type 3 categorical messages are reading for the destination unreachable. Means here that you are trying to send a data, but the data is not reached. So we have to rectify. Type 4, where the source has been quenched, identify the error because it's all error reporting mechanism. If the data is transmitted and it is not reached to a destination, category 11 will explain you the time exceeded messages. Category 12, there are the certain identifying parameters. Maybe address is not right, MAC is isolated from a network, MAC is not properly defined, that is, a machine address is not properly defined, or the syntactical error in a transmission, or maybe the power failure in a transmission over the network, or maybe any other one unwanted things which has happened to a network called as a parameter problem. Or if you send to a destination and destination machine is not ready to accept, then you can redirect. That is called the redirection. If you look into the query messages, category 8 or 0, or category 13 or 14, if you type 8 or 0, we can call as the null messages or the null void messages. Here, each request or the reply again if the sender and the receiver not properly communicated. And the category of a 13-14 will deals with timestamp requested or the reply, where you can say that at what time the data is been transmitted and what time data is been sent to a destination and what time the data the receiver has received it. This is we can call as query messages of a categorical using ICMP message protocols. Now ICMP parameter message format like a type, code, how many number of packets of a type categoricals are used. We can definitely identify the code. Identify the code. Then the checksum, which illustrate how many number of data packets sender and the receiver, and which includes an internet header because 8 bytes of original data, the datagram, we could call as the data diagrams or the IP datagrams. So, if you clearly look into the slide, I have listed what are the various code parameters that we are using it for identifying the message transmission errors and what are the parameters that we are identifying as a query messages for identifying the data transmissions, right? Each error reporting messages unpacked unsent data. How do we identify? Go to the error reporting method. How many destination is unreachable? Extract them. Then the source quench. Time exceeded. How many number of data packets are exceeded the time? Then each time there is a parameter problem. If the parameters are not exceeded, then establish it. Then redirection, how many number of data packets are redirected. So these are the some query codes we can call as error reporting message codes. Move on to the next important discussion. How do we debug? There are the several tools that can be used in internet for the debugging. We can find if a host or a router is alive and running. This is a continuous alive and running. Trace them. If any one of the host or running devices is not properly associating, not combining them with association, then we can trace out to identify. We'll introduce some more tools in future discussion of how do we debug when the packets are not properly transmitted. Further protocols will help us to rectify. Okay. Here, this again, ping, as I said, ping a particular IP number, then identify placeholder, identify the IP number with reciprocated address, trace a route in which the data is communicating to host 2 server. We use the ping program to test the server. Like here, there is one MAC address. In the description, fhda.edu, the result is shown here. We can use, I am using this particular ping in a Linux. You can use a ping and particular IP address, even a Windows base. Here it will give the number of data, that is a number of bytes of data that has been reached to this address. 64 bytes from this particular of this packet sequence of 0, TTL transaction sequence number and the time taken to reach. Sequence number 1, TTL 62, time taken to reach. You go on reading and looking at particular ping responses, then you can see that how your request can be reaching to a destination with total summarization of 11 packets transmitted, 11 received, 0% of a packet loss. This means that here your ping will give you a summarized result. The data has not been lost, and total time taken to travel from host along with microsecond dissipation of the data. For the second example here, if you look into it, the total 14 packets are transmitted and 13 received. This means that 7% of a packets which lost in this particular duration. This means that the packet which you are trying to transmit is not properly transmitted. Here one packet we lost over a network. So this will help in terms of designation. Now the trace route, how exactly it works? Host a computer, it is traveling from LAN, one particular LAN, with a router 1, R1, R2, R3 as the routers. Host A, host B, where your source of networking from host A to host B. And the third one is a host C, where the LAN is connected to a third router. Here the 3 set of a host and transmitted over a LAN using 3 different routers called R1, R2, R3. Now, look into this. We use a trace route program to find the route from the computer defined text MAC address, that is a visor denizia.edu, to a server fhda.edu. The following shows the result. This is a trace route. Here, if you consider one of the MAC address as a source, another become a destination. If you are considering others as a source and another becomes a host, this is a traversable. Host to receiver or receiver to a host. This is how the data travels from the different one place to another place. Now in this example, trace a longer route. The route, say Xerox.com, the following is a partial listing. Here, the data travel from the different sources. Okay, this is how the things will work in realistic time of data sources. An interesting point is that a host can send a trace route packet to itself to know that how much time it is taking to self dissipation. We call it as the dissipated data. This can be done by specifying the host as the destination, both the same. The packet goes to a loop back and address as we expect. To know that your own system, how much time it is taking to send one particular data to another. So this is we call as a self tracing the route, right? So we move on to the next. Finally, we use a trace route program to find the route between this to this. There's a several steps, and the hooking up the steps are there. When the trace route does not receive a response within a 5 seconds, it prints as an asterisk here. So this means that it is a rejected. So it has a significant problem in it. And these significant problems can be addressed on a real time basis, right? Okay. An ICMP package, to give an idea of how ICMP can handle the sending and receiving ICMP messages, we present our version of ICMP package mode on the two models. One an input model and another is an output model to know how the ICMP package is in tracing the route. Okay. Now, if you look into this, the input mode consists of all the packets, consolidate packets, and the packet replies and how many packets that you are trying to send it as an advertised. Let's say you are planning to send it. It results of an error messages sent to protocols. And in the packet which you replied and advertised to sending it, it replies a message sent to process that requested them. Here the request from an application to send queries and request from UDP to TCP, that is a user datagram protocol to a transmission control protocol, which is being captured in the output mode. So you need to know that each ICMP package has input module and an output module, and each input module has an ICMP packet in all the types, and each output module has an ICMP packet and the request, right? So this is a simple tracing out through using a simple scripting language, because the Linux scripting, or you can use a standard machine scripting to use how the input model can be traced out. This is an output model. Here you need to define with the conditional criteria. If the demand defines an error message, then the comes from which particular IP, and forbidden in case if it is not received, and create an error message to designate what type of IP message data has been recorded. Now, here I'm just closing the session. Just summarization. We understood ICMP message protocol. Second thing is how the data can be transmitted over a network by using a different host system. What are the different designation parameters that we use to identify error reporting messages and a query messages, and how these messages are useful in rectifying the data in which we are using it in a phenomenal process of it. So this means that data, if you transmit, how do you acknowledge the transmitted data is reached to a receiver? This is a best mechanism in a computer network to know, because as I said, resources are as important as monitoring. If you correctly classify and monitor, you can understand. If you cannot classify and if you cannot monitor, then you cannot understand how much data that is going to pass on your network, but you are not maintaining the accountability. Why do we maintain accountability? The simple reason is we are responsible for monitoring the data which we are trying to send from host to another host local area network. Well, I'm concluding this is the smallest session in a computer network paper. We'll see you on the next session, that is a session 4 on the computer network. Thank you very much. Make sure that you can go through in all the slides, make a point and understand the briefing of it. So, so various facts involving the process of it, I request all of you to know the basics of different mechanism that is required